You know that feeling, right? That first real cold snap hits, and while literally everyone else starts complaining, you feel, well, you feel alive. Yeah, let's zoom in on our friend Whisk over here. See? The rest of the world is miserable, but he's inside with this little smile on his face, just thriving.
So what is going on here? I mean, why do some of us, like Whisk, actually love the season that makes most people want to hibernate? And it goes so much deeper than just, liking cozy sweaters. It turns out your brain might just be wired differently. You're built for this.
Okay, so to really get the winter brain, you've got to look at its opposite, the summer brain. Here's Whisk at a barbecue. It's loud, it's bright, and he looks completely overwhelmed. Just way too much stimulation. Right, because in the summer, there's this huge social pressure to be out there. So for a brain like his, staying home feels like you're losing, like you're missing out. And that feeling is just draining.
But then winter comes, and the mental math just completely flips. Pan over to Whisk now, all cozy in his living room. He's not avoiding the party, he's actively choosing the better option. This is something called the contrast effect. His brain is constantly processing the difference between the nasty, harsh cold outside and his warm, safe sanctuary inside. So every time he looks out that window, he gets this tiny little hit of satisfaction, a little reward that just says, hey, you're safe, you're warm, you made it.
And look at him here, all bundled up on the couch. This isn't just him being lazy, this is a super deep evolutionary drive called refuge appeal. Think about it. For our ancestors, winter was a real threat. So finding a warm, safe spot wasn't just comfy, it was a major survival win. His caveman brain is still throwing a little dopamine party because he did the job right.
Okay, but here's the real game changer. In summer, Whisk gets a text to go out, and you can just see the stress on his face. He feels like he has to go. But in winter, he gets the exact same text and happily types back, nah, sorry, it's freezing out. And nobody questions it. Winter is the perfect, socially approved excuse to live that quiet life you secretly wanted anyway.
Honestly, winter is basically an introvert's natural habitat. The world gets quieter, it gets darker, everything is more muted. It's like someone finally turned the volume down on the whole world. And you can see the result right here. Whisk is just completely lost in his book, totally focused. And it's not just a feeling. Research actually shows we perform cognitive tasks better in cooler temps. Our brains aren't wasting all that energy trying to cool down. They're using it to just think.
But okay, we have to talk about the elephant in the room, the darkness. Because for some people, it is not cozy at all. And we have to be clear, seasonal affective disorder is a very real thing. It seriously impacts about 5% of the population.
And while that's a huge deal for those it affects, for the winter lovers out there, for people like Whisk, the darkness isn't a problem that needs to be solved. For them, it's a feature, not a bug.
I mean, look at the sun setting outside Whisk's window. It's 4:30 p.m. That creates such a clear, natural endpoint to the day. There's zero guilt about winding down because the world itself is telling you, hey, it's time to rest. Now, contrast that with a 9 p.m. summer sunset. Your brain feels this constant nagging pressure to keep going, to be productive, to maximize the daylight. It's just exhausting. And then there's just the whole vibe of it all. As Whisk looks out his window, he's not seeing something that's missing. He's seeing a totally different kind of beauty. That dramatic sky, the stars showing up early, the warm glow from the streetlights. It's a moody, atmospheric feeling that a bright, sunny day just can't touch.
So, let's break down the real conflict here. Modern society, it kind of rejects the idea of seasons. It demands constant energy, all year round. Go, go, go.
But winter pushes back. It gives us permission to listen to that ancient rhythm inside us, the one that knows it's time to rest and conserve our energy.
And while the world is screaming at you to be brighter, faster, more productive,
winter just whispers, it's okay to just be. It makes that need to recharge totally legitimate. You're not being lazy or antisocial, you're just being human. So when you put it all together, what does loving winter really say about a person? Well, it means you value introspection more than constant stimulation. It means you get that coziness is its own special kind of happiness. You're comfortable with the quiet and the dark, and you definitely don't need the outside world to tell you you're having a good time. Just look at Whisk, he's completely at peace. So I think the biggest takeaway is this. In a world that is always screaming for more, winter people understand a very simple truth. Productivity is not the only way to measure a life. Sometimes the most important thing you can possibly do is absolutely nothing. And as we leave Whisk here, all cozy and completely vindicated, you have to wonder, maybe the real question isn't why some people love winter, but why the rest of us ever forgot how to.